Good morning, my little rise and shiners. Welcome back to Wake Up with Jenny and Friends. I am your host, Jenny, and welcome, Leticia.
And the crowd goes crazy. Hello.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
How are you?
I'm outstanding. How are you?
I am tired. Not gonna
Oh,
lie. Not gonna lie.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm running on an hour and a
Who kept
half of
you up?
sleep. Yeah. So, shit might get a little cray. We'll see how it goes.
Uh-oh. Well, I mean, you gotta tell us who kept you up, I mean,
Well, you know.
man.
His name is Insomnia.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna-
That's a cool name.
You look fabulous.
Why, thank you. I look like a wet dog.
No, you don't. You look
I
fabulous.
washed I washed my hair so it's like this. I mean, I know a lot of people either like volume
Hmm.
or they like it like this either way. Once their hair dries up, it's like this.
Hmm.
But I always feel like I look like a wet dog like this. My hair is not too wet, but it's a little wet. It's getting
I'm a
there.
big volume gal. I love big hair. Like I always like constantly doing this to get a little extra. Oh no, I just messed it up. But
And can we talk about your haircut? Girl.
yes, we can. We really can.
Okay.
Okay.
So what so you were like, you know what? It's time for it. And you just
Time for a change,
I
and
love it.
I went bold. You know me. I go bold or go home, right?
Yeah, I love it. It looks really, really good.
Thank you. It's super
Yeah.
fun. And you know what I love about this cut is that I'm on day three. This is day three hair.
Yeah.
So I'm typically a wash every day, wash your hair
Oh,
every day
because
kind
you're
of
a
gal.
straight hair girl.
What's that?
You're a straight hair girl, so yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of. But with long hair, if I don't wash it every day, it gets like like yucky, you know? And so I have
Okay.
to wash it every day. But with the short haircut, it's just there's less weight, it's just more volume. I can put product in it and it's not like gross. And so this is day three, so I'm impressed. I
That's
mean,
good. Because
yeah.
us curly hair girls, we wash. You hear some girls say that they wash every 3 days, some once a week, and
Oh,
some
really?
even that yes, because our hair, I guess because of the curl,
Yeah.
it doesn't get oily, It gets
Oh, is that
oily after a
so?
yeah, it does not get oily. So you don't have to wash it every day. I mean, I'm guessing every head is different, but in my case and in many curly girl cases,
Mm-hmm.
they say once a week. And sometimes unless I have an event,
Yeah.
I do it before,
Yeah.
but other than that, like I
I
have an
mean,
event.
I shower every day, so I mean, that's something,
Well,
right?
that's optional too.
Yeah.
No, but usually like I put it in a bun and then,
Yeah.
I try to shower daily. No, just kidding. I do shower
Yeah.
daily.
That's not why you're single, is it, love?
You
No.
know, it
You know?
could be. Well, the natural smells of a woman,
Yeah. Is it au naturel fragrance? Yeah.
natural fragrances.
Yeah. And I love that. I love the highlights too, because the blonde gives it a little bit of a lift too, little
Yeah.
volume too. Blonde, I find blonde does that because it dries out a little bit, the blonde. So it
Oh,
gives you,
yes, it
yeah,
does. I've
it
heard.
gives you a little bit of lift and volume, which is
Okay.
which is great. But have you ever colored your hair, highlighted your hair before?
Well, I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, okay.
So I have I have never colored my whole hair.
Okay.
English is my second language,
Sure.
guys. I'm
Okay.
sorry. So I've never colored it all. But in 2013, I did highlights.
Okay.
Like really, and I remember being so scared. Like I told the girl, I think it was a girl. Yeah, I told the girl, I said, make them so thin that you can't even see them.
Oh my gosh. You were that
Okay.
scared?
I was that scared. I'm just afraid that things aren't going to look right. And I remember my ex used to tell me, "Oh, I would pay, if you want your hair it to be colored, I would, I'd pay for it to be red." And I would get upset at that because I would be like, if you want a redhead, why don't you go find one? Okay. Like this is me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is why are you trying to change me, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I just want something different. And then he tells me, because, oh, it's just my ex. And that's when I was like,
Oh, no.
oh,
Meh.
my ex, she
Mm.
used to dye her hair like every other month. So it would be like he felt like he had a different girl, I guess. Like, oh, I have a red hair today. I have a black hair girl today. I have a blonde today. So I'm like, no, like,
Huh,
no.
interessante. So now he can get used to having no girl. So that's, that's great.
Girl, cheers to that.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, by the way,
Boom.
this is my
What are you,
son's.
what are you drinking this morning? It's by the way, BTW, it's really good to see you again. I've missed you.
You too, girl. Cheers
Yeah.
to that. Boom.
Boom. What are you drinking this morning? And don't say
I
water. Mm,
I am actually drinking water. I didn't have time to make me a tea because I've been coughing a lot and I am praying that I
mm,
do not get like a cough attack. Because once I get
okay.
a cough attack, I just start coughing and coughing and I can't even, there's nothing that can hold it.
There's a throat spray that's really good
Oh,
by oh, it's a natural brand. I'll look it up and I'll text it to you later, but it's a throat spray. It's really, really good. Or you can use Slippery Elm. It's really good too.
slippery elm. Are you joking with me or is
No,
this?
I'm not.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No. No.
I'm like, don't tell me this is some weird thing. And I'm just like, oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
It's like some dog food wrapped in peanut butter sort of
Right.
lozenge.
And I'm like, well,
No.
people do get me like that. They say stuff that I've never, like one day at work, a guy said, oh, yeah, something, something. And he said, they need a shrink or you need a shrink. And I was like, a shrink? What's a shrink? What is a shrink? And then finally he told me, he's like, oh, it's just like a psychologist, a shrink. And I'm like, listen, you gotta talk to me plain English. Say
Plain English.
psychology. Don't use what is it? What is that called?
Slang.
Don't use slang. I don't know what a shrink is. I wasn't born here. So
That's like me with directions when people are like, you go east here and then north 3 blocks down. I'm like, no, 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 no. Let me stop you right there, bro.
right, right. Yeah, yeah.
If you're gonna give me directions, you're like, go 2 streets up, turn left at the McDonald's. If you see the Tim Hortons, you've gone too far. Like that's what I understand. That's my language of direction, right? If you're
Girl
talking
free.
east, west, in any kind of directions, I mean, you might as well just drop me in the middle of the woods and
Yeah.
come find me 3 days later because it's not going
Yeah.
to happen.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, go east and then 3/4 of a mile. That 3/4 of a mile.
Oh, miles?
3/4 of a mile.
Yeah, I know. How do you measure out 3/4 of a mile?
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. So,
I don't
yeah,
know. What's gas prices up where you are? Because they're jacking them up here.
girl, let me tell you something interesting about me. You remember when gas prices were going really, really high? I don't know what year it was, but
Uh-huh.
like people were like stocking up on gas. I don't know if that happened in Canada,
People have done
but
that. You've got a barrel in the garage, don't you? You're
no,
hoarding
I'm with
gas. Everyone, Leticia is hoarding
it. She
gas.
got it.
She's
I'm
willing
selling
to
it for
part with
$10.
3/4 of a bottle of it.
I'm telling you, something interesting about me, even when during that period when gas prices were like really, really expensive,
Yeah.
I never knew how much gas was.
Mm.
And today, if you ask me how much are gas prices, I do not know. This is what I do.
You just
I
have
go,
a lot of disposable income, is what you're saying. You're in the
no,
1%, and the rest of us little people are just worried about gas prices.
amen. I'll take it. I'll claim that. Yes. No, this is how I view it. I have to go to work every day, no matter what, in a car. I can't go in a bus. There's no bus
Yeah,
around me to get to my job. I can't.
yeah, and you don't want
So,
to. You don't want to.
yeah, it's like I have to take a car.
Yeah.
So here's my thinking. What's the point of me knowing how much gas is when I have to pay it anyway? I have to pay it. Like I need gas. There's no point of me knowing. I'm like, I just have to. So I just always, I'm like, fill it up. I don't know how much it is. I go to Costco. Costco is the
Oh,
cheapest thing.
Costco. They have
So
gas
either
at
way,
Costco?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
interessante.
yeah. So I go to Costco, I get my gas there, and I just go. I do not know how much gas prices are. That's a fun fact about me. I never know. I've never known. I don't
Mhm.
know. I just
I am similar to that in groceries when I buy food. Um,
the
I
opposite.
don't know what it is, but I never really look at unless something is exorbitantly expensive, then I don't buy it. But I usually just go and get what I need and what I want. And I don't really look at the cost of food. That's one thing that I don't really pay attention to.
And I'm backwards. I check. I'm like,
You
which
do?
one's better? This peanut butter or this peanut butter? Ooh, this one's $1 less. We're going with you.
Yeah.
So I'm the opposite.
That's so funny. So
My
you
mom
can
knows.
drive, you can do the driving and I'll do the buying of the groceries.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Or
Boom, boom.
you do the buying of the groceries and I'll do the driving. So we'll each flip and we'll pay attention to the other thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I do not. My mom is the opposite with food. She will spend whatever she needs. She will spend 30, 40, $40 on a dish if it's good.
Uh-huh.
Not me. I'm like, I'm always looking at the right side of the menu.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is good.
Yeah.
12.99.
Do you coupon?
No.
Oh, I got really into couponing a couple years back. I was like insane about it. I still am finishing off the last few bits of product that I bought probably like 5 years ago. I am not joking. I went on like when I get so this is me in a nutshell. I get like super obsessed about something and I will like zone in on that and I will do that for like a minute and a half and then I'll never do it again. Like that's my that
Oh,
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I can be like that with food. Like I can order the same thing in a restaurant, like the same thing until I'm done with it forever.
Yeah,
And I'm like, okay, I no longer want to ever have that again.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we're weird human beings. What can we say?
Well, just a couple of odd chicks is what we are.
For
That's
sure.
a nice little segue into food, into your pumpkin spice fiasco. I want to talk about this because you have a video up on YouTube and I watched it and you reviewed tell everybody what your YouTube channel is, by the way. So get that.
Yes. So my YouTube channel is called Curly Leticia, Leticia.
What? And if you're not subscribed, I don't know why you're bothered talking to me. So just go subscribe and then
That
come back to me. Um, but you did a pumpkin spice review on your channel, and I thought the video was hilarious. Oh my gosh, you're so funny in your videos.
Oh,
You're
thank
funny
you.
and you're cute, and you're like you have the editing that you do. So I don't do any editing in my videos, but I love how you edit because you add in like little
Oh yeah,
like little like swipey audio sounds and like music and stuff, which is really cool. I love
that takes
that.
a while sometimes. You should be, I guess you should feel good that you don't have to or want to edit, because if you wanted to, it would take you forever to edit a video. Like it takes really long time to edit.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just I spend time doing the picture posts for who's for the next guest, you know? Like the ones that I post on Instagram. I spend
Mhm.
time doing the graphics.
Yeah.
But editing, I don't know. I just don't have like yeah, I mean if you say something like off key, Leticia, I mean it's gonna be in the show, girl. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's gonna be
so
in
I
there.
have to like really think twice.
Just letting you
And
know.
you don't cut pieces out
What's that?
of videos? You don't cut pieces out of video? Like, let's say, for example, I'll be like, hey, girl, I need to fart. Can you like cut this piece out? Like you
No,
wouldn't.
it's on there. It's on record, and now we know you have to fart. So it's,
No, I mean,
I mean, go
don't.
ahead.
I don't right now, but I was wondering. I'm like, huh, I wonder if like something came over me and I needed to use the bathroom. Would you be able to edit that out? I guess not.
Well, I can pause it. I mean, if you feel the rumble in the jungle, you can be like, girl, pause, and I can pause it, and you can be like, "Mwah," and then I'll, resume the taping. But yeah,
Oh, get
as far
out.
as editing, I mean, if you let one slip, it's in there, girl.
It's in there. That's
Yeah,
interesting. That's good to
yeah.
know. It's
Faux
good to see.
life. Yeah.
For real.
Okay, so let's tell me about this the pumpkin spice because you reviewed pumpkin spice. Everyone's like obsessed about pumpkin spice. I don't know if I'm on the fence. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of pumpkin spice or not, but I have a pumpkin spice tea that I've been enjoying the last few days, like a just an herbal tea that's a pumpkin pumpkin spice chai tea, which is really nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to like balance a little bit more with my coffee and my tea.
Do you get it like
Yes.
in a box or do you go somewhere and get it?
No, I have it at home.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So the
And
little baggies.
little baggies, and apparently I'm very Italian when I talk about tea because I use my hands a lot to
Yeah,
describe the
yeah.
tea that I'm drinking.
No, me too. Because I was like, do you use it in a bag? I'm like,
Is it a box or is it a
is
bag?
it in a store?
Is it like a store box or do you like do it yourself?
And is it in a baggie? Did you see that? Oh, is it in baggies? So yeah, cheers
Um,
to that.
yeah, cheers to that, to Bruce. Um, so yeah, I know it's okay.
Hi, Bruce. Wherever you are, Bruce.
Um, so you reviewed two pumpkin spice. You did one from Starbucks, right? And you did one from Dunkin' Donuts. Is that right?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
correct.
And I was excited to see that because we don't have Dunkin' Donuts here in Canada
No.
for real facts. Yeah. Yeah. At least none that I'm aware of. And
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag, but I don't really know a lot about stuff around here. But but yeah,
Oh,
no.
right then.
But none that I know of. I've never seen a Dunkin' Donuts here. We are pretty much dunkless here. And
What?
yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, we have both here. You do have Starbucks, right?
Mm. We have Starbucks. We have Tim Hortons, which is our hometown brew.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
then I guess you could, yeah. Then I guess I couldn't tell you go to Starbucks and then go to Dunkin' and see the difference. But I did do the review on that, and it was pretty interesting because I honestly thought that Starbucks was going to win because you know how they say, well, Starbucks is fancier, they
that's what I would have
prepare
thought.
better, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm checking out both, and I mean, not Starbucks, Dunkin' was way better.
Yeah,
And
you
then
said it
guess
was less
what?
sweet, right?
Dunkin', no, the Dunkin' just had a really nice taste. It was sweet enough and it had the pumpkin taste. Whereas Starbucks, it was kind of strong,
Yeah.
which again, for people who love strong coffee would be like, well, duh, like that's what we want.
Yeah,
So it all
yeah,
depends who you are. I'm not a coffee person. I'm the type that I can have
yeah. What? Hold on. Sorry.
I I
What?
drink coffee daily,
What?
but I'm not picky with my coffee. Oh, actually, damn, this is hard to explain.
Whew. Okay, I need a minute.
I need a minute, but so yeah, so I drink off, meaning that I can have any brand and be okay with it. Whereas some people are like, no, bring me my coffee the right way or don't bring me anything. I'm not like that. No.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, okay.
Are you like that?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, a
that's
little
how
bit.
a lot of people are.
Yeah.
Whereas me, and I'm like, oh, decaf, sure, I'll take decaf. Or
You know
oh,
why? You
yeah.
know why I'm like that? Because I've had some really great coffee. Right now, I'm on a Widowmaker Supply binge. I'm on that kick. The coffee's really, really good. And so when you go back to old coffees that are like generic brands and you taste that, you're like, "Mm, what is this shit? It's like crap in a cup."
Oh,
Yeah, you really notice the difference in the flavor profiles and it just tastes like garbage. Like the old stuff, the old off the shelf supermarket stuff just tastes like garbage. But
really? I guess that's
that's
what I
yeah.
have to do. I have to find like a really, really nice Italian coffee brand.
Oh, I thought you were
Try
just gonna say
that.
Italian guy to make you coffee, and I was like, yeah, girl,
You
yeah,
know what? That would
yeah,
work too. All my
yep.
Italians out there. Yeah, you know.
I'm actually not a fan of Starbucks. I don't actually enjoy Starbucks. I mean, unless they're going to sponsor a show, then I love Starbucks. Everybody go to Starbucks, buy a Starbucks. But I don't enjoy their coffee. I find it always gives me a headache.
Oh, maybe it's too strong or too old. Not,
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
I don't know.
I
Okay,
don't
that's
know.
interesting. I've had both and they're fine. The Dunkin' and but at the with the pumpkin spice, I definitely did like Dunkin' better. So they won. That was interesting. They won
Nice. And
in
then
my
you also
eyes.
tasted the pumpkin muffin too, right?
The pumpkin muffin from Starbucks.
Yeah.
Okay, that one was insane. Yeah.
Was it good?
really good, like really good.
Because it has
Like,
cream cheese in the middle or something, right?
yes. Oh my goodness. Anything with cream cheese is good.
Wow. Is it fried in duck fat? Do you know?
Who? You see? Simple English, Jenny, simple English.
Do you know if the muffin is fried in duck fat?
No?
No, okay.
Uh,
Okay.
is
All
this a
right.
figure of speech slang Canadian
Well,
word?
clearly someone doesn't watch my Instagram stories, so I'll just say that
Girl,
much. I
let me
mean,
tell you,
mm.
sometimes I disconnect from Instagram.
Do you
Like
really? I do that with TikTok. I
complete,
do
and I've
that
been
with
doing it with TikTok too.
I do
I
that
don't
with
know what
TikTok.
it is.
Yeah.
I've been disconnecting with just about everything, and I've been connecting a little bit more now with YouTube.
Okay.
So yeah, I went through a phase where TikTok was my life.
Yeah.
Now I'm like trying to focus a lot on YouTube because that's where the money is.
That's where the money is, the moolah. Yeah. I have a love-hate with TikTok. Like I'll post, videos consistently and then I'll like take a break and not post at all. Hey bro, what's up, dude? You have a special cameo visitor.
Say bye bye. Bye, Jenny. Bye, Jenny.
Bye, sweetheart. And then I take a break from TikTok and then, but Instagram, I'm usually always consistent with Instagram because I feel like it was the first social media platform that I started with, and I know how to use it really well. Like I know all the like where to find the stickers and the sounds and the I'm sorry, can we quit it with the alarms and the sirens and the fire trucks? Like,
Oh,
hello.
I heard something. I'm like,
Like, really inconvenient for you to have a heart attack right now. I'm filming a show.
don't
Like,
say that, Jenny.
rude. Hashtag on
It's
your
like,
own time.
why is your house burning now? Like,
Good
terrible.
Lord. Anyways, peace be with you.
I can't with you.
But I find I interact more on Instagram because it's more personal. Like I chat with friends on Instagram through there. Like it's just yeah, it's
But you're
more
really
of a
connected with
yeah
Instagram.
connection.
Not me. I don't know. I think lately I've been disconnecting a lot from TikTok,
Mm,
from Instagram, and I've been focusing on YouTube in the sense that for me it's easy to
yeah.
post on YouTube because right now what I'm doing is all the videos that I have on TikTok, I've just been uploading. So every day I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, let me upload one. So I've been more connected there, checking the views, checking the comments, who I need to comment back, to, because
Mhm.
I'm growing there. Whereas with TikTok, it's not that I made it, but I already have eh, I to be honest with you, if I had the same followers that I have on TikTok in YouTube,
Yeah.
my life would be completely different. And I think that's where I'm at. I'm like, well, I mean, I need to focus on what can give me the income that I want so that I
Mm.
can get the lifestyle to my son and my mom and myself that I want. So I think I'm
Yeah.
thinking more business now,
Yeah.
more than anything else.
And because you were talking a little bit a while ago about that's a horrible grammatical sentence, by the way, a little bit a while ago. I thoroughly apologize for that. But you were talking about hiding subscribers. You were on the fence about hiding your subscribers. Talk about that for a little bit, because I don't hide them. I just put them out there. And that was my suggestion to you. But then you had tried both ways, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. So I've always had my subscribers, viewed.
Yeah.
They're available for everybody to see. And and then I decided on Instagram. I said, you know what? Let me ask my Instagram friends and see what they think.
Yeah.
And the majority, I think everybody said no, show your subscribers. You said we want to see your growth, which is nice. I'm like, oh, nice.
Yeah, because I get
Other
excited
people
for
said,
people. Like when I go back and I look and I'm like, oh, they had 10 last week and now they're up to 12. Well, let me subscribe and give them one. Like I get excited for the progress.
yeah, and that's beautiful. I love
Yeah.
that. And I was like, oh, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And everybody said the same thing. No, leave them visible. Okay. And then one person, one person said, well, how about you just try it and see what happens? And I'm
True.
like,
True facts.
true. I'm like, you know what? I'm a new channel. I'm still in the phase where I can try different things to see what sticks, what
Mhm.
works, what doesn't. So
Mhm.
I'm like, let's do that. So I'm like, okay, fine. I hid them. And I think it was a combination of this. Sorry, guys. I have a 6-year-old who doesn't understand,
That's
you
okay.
know. Um, so I said, okay, I'm like, let's try it. I tried it, and I think it was a combination of this. It was a combination of me starting to upload daily my TikToks on YouTube
Mhm.
and me hiding the subscribers. So it was a
Okay.
combination of both things.
Yeah.
And I guess the algorithm is picking up that I'm posting more often. And
Right. The
yeah, I'm
consistency every
consistent. I'm
day.
showing algorithm consistency. I post once a day. I'm not, I've seen people that post, no lie. I seen a girl post like 30 videos in one day.
Yeah.
Just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, no, 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 don't do that.
Yeah.
So once a day, I give YouTube their little fix.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I post once a day and I hit them. Why did I do that? Because I've noticed that a lot of people, I think their mentality is, oh, she only has 200 subscribers. She's kind of new. They watch one of my videos or bumped into me, saw
Mm.
my video, enjoyed it probably, maybe hit a like or maybe not, and just kept
Yeah.
it moving. Whereas when people don't know how many followers you have, they're probably like, oh, she has a video that has like 55,000 views. Maybe she has a lot of people. I don't know. This is
Right.
just my mentality.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's been working. The first week I had
Good.
14 subscribers. This all hidden, 14 more.
Uh-huh.
The next week I had 36 more. The third
Wow.
week I had 57 more. So
Wow.
so tomorrow I'm gonna check because I check it every Sunday. And you know what? Another
Okay.
thing,
Yeah. Tell
it
me.
also gives me peace because let me tell you, right
Mm.
now you can see, not in your case, because I think you have 1,000 and plus, right?
I
So
I I don't check it often. Yeah.
yeah, I
I have to
think you
check it.
have 1,000. You definitely
I
have
have
more
over a
than.
thousand for sure. Yeah, I think I was like 1.2 or something last time I checked.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you able to see when somebody unsubscribes?
Um, I'm sure, but I don't really watch those. I'm bad for watching numbers and analytics. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So me,
I'm sure
I'm
there's a
not
way
a
though.
big, yeah, there is.
Okay.
Me, I'm not a big analytics person because maybe I don't understand it, but or how to like get to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I can see when somebody, like, let's say I had 230 and
Yeah.
then I check it next week and it's 228. And I'm like,
Yeah.
people unsubscribe.
You like want to find the person and like, call them
And
and be
it's
like,
like,
"Yes, I'm just doing a courtesy call."
why did you unsubscribe? Yes. So it hurts my feelings.
Does it?
It hurts my feelings. And I'm like,
Aw.
two people unsubscribe, like, that's not fair. And then I'm like, dang it, I'm like, I had 230, now I'm 228.
Hmm.
So it hurts my feelings. So you know what, this helps.
But you
I
know what
only
I found with that though? In my case, and it's not for everybody, but I found when I drop a few, then I'll get like, if I drop two, I'll get five more.
no, no, not before. In my case, me, I don't know anymore because now I
Yeah.
check it on Sunday. So
You have regular
tomorrow,
growth now. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, tomorrow I'll check it on Sunday,
Hmm.
and then wherever it is, I'm not gonna check it throughout the week, so I'm not gonna see,
Yeah, yeah,
one
yeah.
person or two people unsubscribing.
Yeah.
So
So
it's good for
I
my,
love that you did that. I love that you did that because
yeah,
it just goes to show like just try, and I always say that, like just try everything. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can always switch it back. You can always, you know.
yeah. This was only a week plan, and since
Yeah.
it was such a success, I'm like, oh no, we're keeping it this way.
Yeah, and I
So
love that you upload the shorter ones too, because I was gonna try to do that with the some little commercial bits. Upload like 15-second or 30-second little commercial bits in between, because I only post once a week, right? Um,
girl, do it.
yeah.
Short for some reason are picking up. My
Hmm.
mother has 17 subscribers.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, why don't we start doing what I did with mine? And she's like, sure. I uploaded one video It wasn't too good. I uploaded a second one, 1,000 views. 14
Really?
shorts are up there with views. Try it.
Insane. And do you, so I'm like focus on the hashtags too. I found when I put hashtags in, um, that really helped too.
I only use three about.
You
I
use
use
three.
the hashtag shorts,
Uh-huh.
hashtag TikTok, and
Okay.
hashtag curly Leticia, which is my hashtag.
Right. That's a good
And
way
it,
to do it.
and if it happens to be like a comedy or a food thing, I put
Uh-huh.
hashtag food or hashtag comedy.
Yeah.
But usually those three are up there.
For Instagram, that's what I did for Instagram when I started looking up hashtags for Instagram. I went and Googled like most popular hashtags, like the top 50 hit hashtags. And then and then I used those and that I think kind of helped. But you know what? Like I can't like I don't get too stuck on it because honest to gosh, like unless I really like know someone or connect with someone on social, like uh, it's just so random. Like I to me it just seems so random. Like when a video goes viral and it hits and you get like 1,000 new subscribers, like I don't and maybe I could be totally wrong, but I don't actually think that there's 1,000 real people that have just, do you know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of it, so
Where
it's
on any
bots and
social
it's
media?
like, especially TikTok too. It's like I have so many like user 9573248 has subscribed or has started following you and they have like no videos and they have they follow one, they have one follower and they follow 399 people. It's like, okay, you know what? Like I don't think you're a real
A
person.
real human
Yeah,
actually
like
watching my, to be
yeah.
honest, yeah, there are a lot of bots. I don't know what the purpose of it
I don't
is.
know either. I think you catch a flick and it just populates your account, really. Like I
Mhm.
think that's kind of what happens, but
It could be because honestly, when I had like 3,000 followers on TikTok, I had, pretty consistent views. And
mm,
now that I have 70 whatever thousand followers, now it's like, and I'm like, what happened to all you 70K people? Let's go. So I think what
yeah,
TikTok does is that they send the videos to a couple of your people,
yeah.
and if they like it, then they send it to others.
Hmm.
So it's like you get different audiences, with different videos. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I've never been one to like have a lot of like comments on my videos. Like
I do because I think, I don't know. I guess because I go and comment on there, so they comment mine.
yeah. Yeah, even so this is funny because I was talking with my friend Greg and he goes, when I'm trying to like check out, he does a lot of trading stuff and he's like, when I'm trying to check out people's profiles to see if they're a good trade, for stocks and stuff, he goes, I'll go and I'll look at their profiles and see, how many likes they have and how many comments they have. Because if they have like, 20,000, 50,000 subscribers, but they only have like a few comments. He's like, I don't know about that. And I'm like, and I thought that was interesting because I was like, really? That's what you pay attention to? Because I've never been one to have a lot of comments. Like I get likes, especially on TikTok. I'll get the likes, but
Yeah,
I've
but not.
never been one to get like, I think I only have a few videos that really have a lot of comments on them, and
When you
they're the
say a
ones that
lot, what do you mean? Like
Well,
red
but then some smaller accounts that have like only like a 2 or 3,000 followers, they'll have like 50 comments per video per post, and I'm like, holy crap, that's like I maybe have like two or three or like 10 or maybe like I have a couple videos that have like maybe 50 comments on them, but it's not like I'm not one that has ever really gotten a lot of comments on videos.
Do you reply to all your comments or
I
no? Do you
do. Yeah, I do.
do?
Unless, so the ones I don't reply to are the ones that are like really like, if I don't know them and they're really flirty, then I'll like them, but I won't comment back.
Oh,
Like
I always,
I'll like it to acknowledge the person, but
yeah.
I won't comment back because I'm like, oh, that's awkward. Like I don't know you, and you're like,
Yeah.
that's
Well, in my case, I think I've built like a very like I guess a community in
Mm,
my TikTok, I guess, circle.
mm.
So I always get a lot of comments because they know that I either comment on theirs and then I go to their page. So
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
built like this TikTok community where I always get a lot of comments, even if I don't get like a lot of views, though I would like the views because that means I'm being pushed out to more than just my community.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's what has happened in my case, that I try to answer everybody, and we do have like a very flirty relationship in TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that, like, for example, people might be like, oh, will you marry me? And I'll be like, haha, sure,
Yeah. Yeah.
sure,
But you
send
know
me your
them. But you know them, right?
link. Do I know them?
Well, you've seen them, they're regulars on your
Yeah,
page.
they're like
Yeah.
regulars, yeah, or but even people that I've never seen before, and they'll be
Mm,
like, "Oh my God, you're this. Could you shout out this person, or could you?" I mean, I don't do shout outs, but they'll say something like that, and if it's not too like, oh, turn around baby type of thing, then
no,
I
bleh.
will, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
I will reply and be like, haha, or thank you,
Yeah.
even if I've never seen them before.
Yeah. I
Sometimes
so we used to so that community you're talking about, that we used to have that on TikTok, and this is something that Tommy and I have talked about before because we don't hardly even see each other's videos now. Like when
have to
TikTok
search people
changed,
now.
yeah, when TikTok changed their algorithm that first major time, all because we had like you said, like a community, like we had like a group of us, like our OG group, right? It was like me, it was Tommy, it was Mike, it was like a bunch of people, like and we would all like come together. Like my lives that I used to do on TikTok, my lives were lit. Like they were so funny that everybody joined, like they were so good. And now
I've seen it change.
I go live and it's like, you know, seven people from East India join, like, and it's like
It's
nobody
like they
that
don't know you, they don't
your
know
old crew doesn't, yeah, they don't like show
I've noticed
yeah, it's
that.
weird.
Things have changed. I've noticed that too. Even like with gifts, like people used to like come in and just like gift, 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 and that has changed. Like it's true. I don't know what happened. Or honestly, I guess people were on that what is it, honeymoon phase with TikTok, and now it's
Mm,
kind of faded because in my case, the honeymoon phase has faded, and
for
I don't
sure.
get on it. Example, I have not opened my TikTok today, whereas before that was the first thing that I would open. And it
Yeah.
is 1 o'clock and I have not opened
Hmm.
a TikTok at all. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just even Instagram either. So I don't know. I've fallen out of love with
I know. It's such a love hate. It's just, it's a sticky wicket with social media. Yeah.
yeah,
And I'm not a big one for social media. It took me forever to get an Instagram account. Oh my gosh. Took
me
me
too.
forever to get an Instagram account. And then when I got Instagram, I was on Instagram for like maybe 3 months, 6 months. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll check out and see what this TikTok thing is about. And then I got like as everybody does, it happens to everybody the same way. You get on TikTok and then you get like obsessed with it and you get sucked in, right? And then a couple months later, you tap out, like,
Yeah, for
yeah.
me, it took about a year. A
Hmm.
year. It came to a point, no lie. Like I'm glad you're mentioning that it sucks you in. It
Yeah.
it was affecting my job, Jenny. It was
Oh,
affecting
really?
my job, my performance. Like I was on it. Like
Because you were so engaged with it, just
yeah,
wanting
with
to,
the people, with
yeah.
wanting to be there for them, like they've been there for me. Like if somebody went live and I was at work, I'm like, all right, let me just hop on and
Mm.
check out their live real quick, and I would stay there to show support. And it's a job. It became a
It
job.
really takes a lot of your time. Yeah.
It does
And
because
you don't know,
I
like you
cared
go on
like
for like 10 minutes and then you're on there for like an hour and you're like, what happened?
what just happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it really, and I think it's been a good thing that I've fallen out of love with it
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
I don't want stuff like that to affect my job or my performance of me getting stuff done. And it was. It really
Yeah.
was. Now I don't even have the notifications on my phone.
Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I find that annoying. I turn most of those off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're off for Instagram, for TikTok. And I guess that's why I miss so many things, on
Yes.
Instagram, on
Yeah.
TikTok, because I have them off. And I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe I should
Well,
turn
you
them off.
did miss our pre-scheduled meeting to film last week. You missed that, right? Because you turned your, so I
Don't
mean,
play with me, Jenny. Tell them the truth. I will drink while you do that.
so we were supposed to film last week, and and I got confused, and I thought we were filming at 7, and we apparently were supposed to film at 1, and I get this message from Leticia. It's 1 o'clock. Girl, where are you? Are you coming? I'm ready. I'm like, I
Ready
was
for
like,
what?
I'm like in my sweats, hair in a bun, eating a waffle. I'm like, what?
You're like, what are you ready for? Spill the tea.
I'm like, we're filming? I thought we were filming at 7. No, totally my fault. But yeah. But
Forgive me.
do you think it's the attention? Do you think that sucks you in because we're so kind of secluded right now, Do you think like it's the attention factor that gets you? Because you said, you saw people going live, you want to be there for them, but you don't really know them, right? You don't know them. So you just
I'm a very faithful person,
yes, yeah, me
meaning
too.
meaning that if you've
Yeah,
been in my live,
yeah.
then especially back then when I had the notifications on,
Mhm.
like so and so was just in my life yesterday. I need to be in their life today. That's
Yeah,
how I am. So and so just commented on my video. I need to go to their last video and comment on their last video. So it became
yeah,
a job where I'm like, I would comment on mine, go to their page, watch it all the way through. So I'm not those type of people that are like, ha ha
right.
ha, and walk out.
Yeah,
No.
yeah,
If
yeah.
your minute is a minute long, I'm gonna watch the full minute. Once your video is done for the full minute, then I would comment and
Right.
like, because I'm a type of person also that I'm like, you give what no way you get what you receive. So I'm
Mhm.
like, if I'm over here being greedy and not watching your video all the way through just to pass by, I'm like, I feel
Yeah,
like that's what people are gonna do to me. So I'm like, no, I'm like, let me give my best to them so that I can somehow, I'll get good stuff back too.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm that type of person. So it took me a very long time. It takes me a very long time when so many people comment on my video, I have to, it's my duty to
Mhm.
go back and comment on theirs. And sometimes I've missed it where I don't get the comment or I don't have the time to comment on everybody. And I feel terrible. I'm like, oh, I
Mhm.
commented on 50, but I missed 20. It's weird. I have to
Ye
stop being so faithful or so.
I know, yeah, I know what you mean, like, I say never miss an opportunity to be good to someone, but I
Yeah,
also think there's a caveat in there in that you have to drop in guests, is that you have to, like, also, respect your own privacy and boundaries too, because like you said, it can become a job, and it's like it's reckless when it invades your personal life and your work life, and,
it
you know,
was.
it's
It came a point
crazy.
that I was leaving my phone in the car.
Oh, really? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, speaking
Yeah.
of watching videos all the way through, because you talked about, oh, that was a very flirty hair flip you just did
Oh,
there.
was
Yeah.
it?
You're like, mm-hmm, yes, continue. I'm ready for my third question. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't laugh. I'm gonna cough.
Um, so when you're talking about having an income from YouTube, because you can so at a certain stage when you reach a certain amount of watched hours and followers, you monetize. For people who don't know, you monetize, and that all that means is that YouTube inserts ads into your videos.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's not just getting to that point. Like, people have to watch the ad for you to get paid. Like,
So
they
you have to pick some good ads that people are like, oh, let me stay because I
how do
have
you
seen
pick the
around.
ads? You can pick the ads?
Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna find out, but yes, you can. You can pick what type
Okay.
of ads.
Hmm.
And if you pick like really good ones, some people say, I have watched ads before all the way through because it
Right.
it it interests me. I'm like, oh, what's this? And I have stuck through the whole thing. So I'm like, oh, that person just got paid, you know?
Yeah.
I have. And even and I've done it also with friends and people that I know. I've even done it with you where I stick through the ad and I'm like, let me
Oh, thank
even
you.
know it because I know you get paid for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's so interesting how it works because and I think it's like they have to watch so many seconds of the ad for it to count, or if they click
yeah,
off the ad, it doesn't count. Or I don't really know like the ins and outs of it, but
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
know. So I know my friend Adam posted something too about. So Adam, I don't know if you follow him, but Adam J the lawyer. Um, he has
No.
like yeah, he has like 5,000 I think subscribers on YouTube, but
Mhm,
one of his videos, people were like, it was an informational video, so people were watching it all the way through, and he posted it, like the analytics on the income, right? Which I thought was really kind of cool because you could see, even though he has a lot of subscribers and a lot of views and a lot of likes and whatever,
mhm.
all the videos that he had before were like 30, he made 33 cents, 20 cents, 45 cents. But this one video that was really informational, people watched all the way through and he made like over $300 because people
Yeah.
watched the whole thing, right?
So you have to pick really interesting ads and you have to play with those. I'm gonna find out and see because
Yeah.
excuse me, I belong to a YouTube group
Mm-hmm.
where people are trying to grow there and stuff. I think I mentioned it before, but I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, so I belong to that group. I had to pay to get in it,
Oh, okay.
a one-time fee, but what they do is they send you like the ins and out of how to start a YouTube channel. Because back then I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid the price to get in the group and to get the
Mm-hmm.
videos and stuff like that. So there I'm in the Facebook group. I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna say, hey, once you get monetized,
Yeah.
can you pick your ads? I've seen people say that. So I guess you can, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
ask just to be sure, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. I just put like what let them put whatever they want to put. I don't really pay too much attention to that, but
Mhm, okay,
yeah.
now I got
But I
you.
know you can set, so you can set when your ads appear, and I always set it for the at the very beginning and the
Mm,
end because there's I mean, I think of like how I would want to watch something, and I know for me, like if I'm listening to something or I'm watching something and there's an ad in the middle of the
you might click
video,
off.
I get annoyed. Yeah. Like, and so I don't want to do that to my audience. Like I don't want
Yeah.
to yeah. Sorry.
I'll stay
But
on
I mean,
point.
I'll watch
I'm gonna do it
yours.
yet,
I'll watch
but you
yours.
should.
I'll watch yours. But I try to think of like what would keep people engaged, right? Because people can like click off anytime, right? So,
Yeah, it can. I
but
have done that where I'm like an ad, I don't. But if it's like a really interesting time, I'll stay. But I'm like
yeah.
these people, they knew this was like a really good tea, and I'm gonna stick around. Okay, and I gotta go. And
Yeah.
let's see what they had to say. Yeah.
And binge watching videos. Speaking of binge watching, let's talk about Netflix because we both have like a love for like shows and Netflix. And I was telling you about this one show. I don't know if I was telling you on the last show we did or if I mentioned
Yeah.
it in when we were talking online
You
or
mentioned in the
on
last show.
text, but um Manifest on
Mhm.
Netflix. Did you watch it? What did you think of it?
Okay. So I started watching it and I'm going to finish it because it is pretty interesting. I
Yeah.
liked it. I'm like, wow, this is really interesting. I really started, like, I was really getting into it, right?
Yeah.
But then, and then I'll tell you what topped it off that I was like, eh.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed, you know how they get a lot of threats that, some of the characters get threatened to die, right?
Or they get
In
those
the,
visions or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, they
A
get the
calling,
vision.
calling. They
A
call the
calling.
callings. A
So
calling.
they
Yeah.
get like that you feel like, oh, this you feel like we're gonna pretend my son is not here.
Yeah.
Um so okay, so you know how some of them are like, oh, so, they might die or they're in a
Mhm.
fire or they're in a this or they're in a that.
Mm.
What turned me off later on in the show is that nobody dies. I mean, I'm pretty sure you saw the ending and maybe some people have died, but where I'm at the show, even the guy, even, oh, you know, another thing that I don't like is because of my faithfulness. The,
Really? So
the blonde girl.
the calling part?
Yeah, no, what got me a little like, like, you know, when they're like, when they have, when they're doing a scene and there might be a scene where they might die, or
Hmm.
a gun is being pointed at them or whatever.
Hmm.
I'm like this, I'm like, they're not gonna die, so come on, let's get on with this. So, you know, because I come from a background of, did you watch Game of Thrones?
No, I was never into that. I know.
Okay,
I
so let
couldn't
me
get into
tell
that.
you about Game of Thrones. With Game of Thrones, anybody could die.
Mm.
So when they were in a scene they were in, like, threatened to, like, I guess, to die or whatever, I was like this. I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna die.
The anticipation.
I was like, I seriously, my heart was like this for the character. I was like,
Okay.
oh my God, they're gonna get caught, they're gonna get caught, they're gonna die, because anybody can die
Hmm.
in Game of Thrones. And when I tell you anybody, anybody.
Ruthless.
Whereas, so I was like that, I was like at the edge of my seat for the character. And when I started watching Manifest, I noticed nobody dies. Like the main characters, nobody dies. And I'm like, and you know what got me like, when the girl's husband,
So
Mick-
I thought he was gonna die because he died. He did die.
yeah. So when Michaela's husband, because they did get married, right?
Yeah, they
So
got married.
so when Michaela's husband didn't die, I was like, it kind of took the edge. And it's just like, they're
You
not
were
gonna,
hoping someone would die.
to be honest, I was hoping he would die.
Oh my God.
You know?
Let me never go into battle with you, girl.
Die, die, die. So I'm like, he didn't die. So it took off the edge of my seat stuff. I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna die. So whenever somebody dies, I'm like, they're gonna come back. Don't worry, they'll be back.
That was weird how that relationship like well, pardon the pun, manifested. But because they were strangers. They were strangers and then she married him like what, I don't know, like 6 days later, whatever it is in TV land.
I hated
And
her
I'm
for
like,
that,
what? I'm like, that's so
especially
crazy.
when her ex is that hot.
I know. O.M.
Girl,
Godula. I know. I know. He's very lovely to look at, that man. Yeah.
girl, I would marry that thing in a bit. It like, he is. You see how excited I'm getting?
Yeah,
Like,
your hair is flipped to the one side, so I can tell it's like it's
girl,
very
he
coiffed and
is
like zhuzhed.
hot. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you turn down? And then here I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait a minute. So this girl just took an ex drug addict,
Yeah.
no
Uh-huh.
job,
No.
okay,
Yep.
no job, bad relationship with the family. So
Yep.
she chose that because,
Yeah.
like, let's think for real. He was a drug addict when they met.
Yeah. So she's like like severely codependent like tendencies.
And I'm like, so you chose that over this hot man
Yeah.
with a career,
Well, the only
loves you.
explanation is probably the sex was amazing. That's the only explanation. I mean,
No, because she had a good time with the hot man too.
the spicy hot tamale.
No, he is spicy.
Oh, so spicy. Oh my gosh. Like,
So that's what kind of turned me off a little bit. I'm like, nobody dies. Like,
yeah.
I don't fear for the character. I'm just like,
So if we can contact Netflix and if we can get someone to die, like if we can cause the end of life for a character, will you commit to watching another season? Let us know. Tell us now, yes or no. What's your answer?
definitely, I'm gonna finish it because I'm a faithful person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am strong in my faith and I want someone to die.
I'm a faithful of a person, and I will watch it because I started it, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
finish it. But
Mhm.
I no longer fear for nobody's life in the show. I'm like, when they're running from a fire or when a building is burning, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
they're gonna come out from the basement. You watch.
I see, I am kind of the opposite. I don't like when people die, especially if it's a good character. I don't know if you ever watched Grey's Anatomy, but when they killed Derek, uh, oh my gosh. When they killed Derek, a little part of me died. A little piece of me died. I was like, you didn't like injure him and he's in a coma with a possibility to come back. You killed him dead, gone in the ground, like
He's
time's
buried.
up, over. He's never coming back. And I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like that either, but but trust me, in shows that do that, it at least gives you a little edge. Like, trust me, if you're
Yeah.
able to watch Game of Thrones, I mean, if that's not your cup of tea, maybe you shouldn't watch it, but at least watch one season if you're able.
Uh-huh.
And if you're able to watch one season, you will see, you will fear for everybody's life in that show.
Well, maybe I'll check it out. I got a good recommendation yesterday to watch Good Boys.
I've never seen them.
Okay, apparently that's supposed to be good too. That's on Netflix too, so that's supposed to be good.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
yeah. But what time do you have to go to soccer?
I have to go in a couple minutes. We
Okay.
can't. My mom is
What was the last Amazon find that you did and reviewed?
the Q-tip lipstick. Have you seen
Oh, the lip stains. Yeah, yeah,
lip
yeah, yeah.
stain?
Because
So I
for
took a
those, okay,
lipstick.
so I just want to, sorry, let me interrupt you. Sorry, because
Yeah, yeah,
because I have to tell people.
I also need to.
Sorry, because for people that don't know your channel yet, that's what you do on your channel. You
Mhm.
do reviews, product reviews, and like anything that you try, you do a review video, which
Mhm.
I love. I love review videos because you always want like an honest opinion before you buy something or before you try something, and you don't want it like, like Amazon reviews. I don't really look at those because I think, they can
I mean,
hire
that
people
is
to do
good.
that.
True.
And yeah, but I love when like people like you, the authentic, that actually buy something and try it and give an honest review. So I love that. So okay, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry.
So I tried it, and it's more like you put it on just for like a picture because it does fade off fairly quickly.
Mm,
Yeah, and
does it?
like in 2 hours, and I hadn't even eaten or drank anything, and it was like
Mm.
faded. It leaves you like a little color. I don't know. I would I buy it again? No, I would not buy it again.
Is it just supposed to be like a blusher, like a lip blush?
No, it actually it's like, yeah, like, no, it's like a really like a red color. About the red one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like vibrant, but then
Spicy.
after some time, it wasn't really, like my cup of tea. Like, it wasn't there. So I'm like, it must be just for picture, and that's it. Put it on picture time, and then it'll fade away.
Mm. You should try those. They have the lip masks, the staining lip masks that you
I've
leave
tried
on, and then
those.
you peel them off,
I've
and
tried
it
those.
stains. Have you tried those? Yeah.
Yeah, those are, I think, are a little bit better.
Mm. Nice.
Mhm.
You should try what's on next on your list. You should do some like I want to find a new face scrub or face mask. You should do one of those, like a mud mask or
I
something.
should. Well, to be honest with you, Clinique has been good to me. It's
Mm.
expensive,
Clinique
but
is very good.
I've tried other things, and I get either bumps and I'm just like, let me just go back to Clinique. I'll spend the pretty penny, but it's the only thing that's not giving me bumps.
Yeah, Clinique is very good, but I don't
Hmm.
like their moisturizer. That
I mean,
happy moisturizer.
the yellow one.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No,
It's
I
too
heard
thick
that's
and
not good.
it smells. It has this like strong fragrance.
That I've tried is very.
So yeah, Clinique stuff is really good, and I love their face washes and stuff. And they have like a really nice powder too,
No.
like face
Let's try
powder.
that.
Yeah. So, well, tell people where they can find you, promote the heck out of yourself, and while you're at it, lady, give us a tip of the day.
Oh shoot, the tip of the
The
day.
tip
Okay.
of the day.
So, well, they can find me. You can find me on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
Just type Curly Leticia,
Hmm.
Leticia. and you will find me. And also on TikTok is the same. It's just with a dot, so it's curly dot Leticia, and on Instagram is curly dot Leticia. And I make it pretty easy. I even have the same picture on all three social medias,
I love
Instagram.
it.
So it's not hard to find me.
I
Um,
love it. And on YouTube. People should subscribe to your YouTube channel.
yes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so
Yay.
I can pay my bills.
Yeah. I hear you.
And the tip of the day,
Yeah.
I think the tip of the day that I would give to people is stay consistent.
Hmm.
Even if you don't see results right away, if you stay consistent in what you believe in, if you believe in something that you're doing the right thing, that this is what you should be doing, stay consistent because you will get a break. Sometimes you don't get it right away like a lot of people, but you will get it if you stay consistent, if you believe in what you're doing. That's my
I
tip of the
I
day.
love that. I love that. And I have a few questions for you. So first of all, you have two dogs, right? What are their
No,
names?
I don't have any dogs.
Oh, that was an ode to your questions
Our
last
dog
time.
died. Yes, our dog died.
Well, thank you so much, Leticia, for joining me today. Thanks for co-hosting. It's good to see you, girl. I missed you.
Oh, thank you. We're gonna do this again. Miss you
Yeah, I
too.
always love doing shows with you.
Awesome. Love
Yeah,
it.
so make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Head on over to Curly Leticia on all platforms, especially YouTube, so she can pay her bills and buy the expensive ketchups. Uh,
Please.
have an awesome soccer game, and I'll chat later. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
Bye.